Yes. Grenada, Carrico, Pidimonic, Trinidad and Tobago, and the rest of the world. I'd like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Live program, people. Again, this is where it all happens. The good, the bad, and the Mikey. This is news discussed, not told. We are just talking about what's making the news. And of course, it is always my pleasure to be on the program with you, to explain some things to you, to discuss with you. Of course, your contribution is always welcomed as well, via whatever medium that you so choose. Even for you who are commenting, of course, that too is really appreciated on the program, man. So blessings to you every time. I do hope that you had a really good weekend. In fact, we had a balance of rain and sun. If you ask me, still we might have had more rain than sun for the weekend. For some people, that would have been awesome. Yeah, we had a lot of heat for the year, and so at the end of the year, getting a bit of rain, that ain't too bad. All right, the farmers are happy as well, folks. Let's take a look at what's making the headlines for tonight. First ever low temperature storage facility. We'll talk about that. Several accidents on the weekend. That too we will talk about. Thousands of dollars in compensation demanded from Claudette Joseph by the Prime Minister. We are going to talk about that. All right. NDC PRO to hold a news conference tomorrow. Woodlands farmer faces 87 sex-related charges. We're going to talk about that. It's been one that we've been looking at for a while. Grenadians amongst thousands deported from the United States in 2019. That too we will talk about. Get a job, man. It's an appeal to young criminals in St. Lucia. That and more you'll hear about on tonight's Mikey Live program, people. This is News Discussed, Not Told. When we return, it could be real news in Audio Lili Lolo. A reminder that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of WPG10, that is cable TV channels 10 and 11. By the way, we are being simultaneously broadcast there while we are here live on Facebook and on YouTube. We want to say thank you to the folks at the WPG10 and as well welcome to the folks who are viewing via WPG10. All right, guys, now we'll take a first break, and when we come back, it's real news. So brace all yourselves.
This is Sweet Santa Claus, or he's a strange man from a mysterious land who's looking to sneak into our home. To smuggle dubious packages after gathering information about us. He breaks into our property while we sleep. And what do? Welcome him. Because it doesn't matter how different we may see, if we simply choose to see the good in other people.
Ho, ho, ho! Exploration Promotions presents Children's Christmas in Wonderland, Saturday, 21st December 2019, from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Montrouge Plainfield in Grandance will be transformed. Come meet me, Santa, at Santa's Playhouse. From Martinique, meet Cuckoff the Clown and aerialist acrobat Leonore Lopez. So kids, do you believe in magic? Meet Juster, the magician, all the way from Trinidad. Live performance by Rooney J, along with other top soca artists. Face painting, bouncing castles, Santa's Playhouse, and many more. And the kids get free toys from Santa, free balloon sculptures from Cuckoff the Clown, and fire dancing from the aerialist. This is sponsored by Boss FM, Rebelicious Burger, Blue Bubbles PA Rentals, and Event Supplies Company, Grenada Broadcasting Network, and Real Value IGA Supermarket.
This holiday season, it's the perfect time of the year to spend with the ones you love and show them exactly how you feel. Making the most of the season. So where do you find all you need to make this season the best one ever? It's Quartz, actually. Bringing value home.
Introducing the Spice Isle Jewelry Grand Christmas Sale. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry above $115. Visit us to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Repair service second to none. Best value for scrap gold. At Spice Isle Jewelry, there's jewelry for everyone, so shop and save today. Treat yourself or someone you love this Christmas with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. serving you since 1986. Located on Grenville Street, St. George's, call 440-3155 or 415-3155. And shop number 19, Spiceland Mall, Grandans, call 440-6648 or 537-7801. Sale ends December 31st.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand St. George.
You, yes you, we welcome you to a new era. Genesis, Genesis, Genesis. 31st December 2019, All Year's Night, featuring the headline band from Antigua, the original Burning Flames.
I command you to jump, 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 jump.
Burning Flames. Burning Flames, plus more, live at the Spice Basket Courtyard. Get your early bird tickets, 80 EC. Couples early bird tickets, 150 EC. Online at gotofet.com and your regular ticket outlet for a new era. Genesis, Genesis. You, yes you.
All right, folks, so we want to welcome you back to another program. Man, of course, speaking of Genesis, it was another very interesting weekend in terms of the entertainment industry, where there were shows happening. There was the Wagiti Super Sunday Bingo. I think it was about $150,000. So there was that. There was also the comedy show that featured Emanuela Success, Mark Angel, Hilarious Granny, and so on. That show was off the shizzle as well, man. There was also the Christmas in the Gardens event happening last evening at the Botanical Garden. So a lot happening, of course, as we build up to Christmas. More things will be happening. The show on the Carnage will be happening as well, where lighting up the Carnage as well. There'll be the New Year's Eve, All Year's Night. I don't know where the New Year's Eve thing come out from, because I know it as All Year's Night. So there's going to be the All Year's Night session. All right, and we're going to talk more about that. I want to sell some tickets for them, you know what I mean? Because we get to enjoy those things all the time, but we don't understand what it takes to put it on. And so the committee there, they have a raffle. Raffle. We mean raffle thing, but I'll get it for it just now. All right, and so I just decided, you know what, I will sell some tickets for them. I wonder where I have it. It's there somewhere here. All right, sell some tickets for them. All right, right. Anyway, so we'll talk about that a little later if we get time. All right, guys. So welcome to those of you who are viewing the program for the first time. As usual, we'd like to give you a warm welcome. Now, the first thing that we have to tell you about the unions representing faculty and staff of the T.A. Marisho Community College, that's TAMCC. They have agreed on a $1.75 million offer as part payment of increments that is owed to the workers. The decision was made following last Wednesday's meeting with the council as it relates to payments of the balance. Now, the Public Workers Union, the PWU, and the Grenada Union of Teachers are expected to meet this week to address the matter of a signed agreement representing the part payment. All right, so of course, I think that's a step in the right direction, because that situation was just going on for a bit too long. And of course, the students wanted, to do their studies, and the teachers wanted to go back to class. Everybody wanted things to go back to normal. And so at least there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train. And yeah, you can pass below that tunnel. Just saying. The Ministry of Agriculture has undertaken an initiative to enhance the management of food preservation and storage. Quite interesting, right? We learned that the first ever low temperature storage facility has been installed at the Chinese Agriculture Mission at Las Vegas in St. David. Now, the facility was commissioned last Thursday during a ceremony of a 3-week bilateral seminar on cold storage logistic management. Now, to ensure food and nutrition security, the facility will allow for local produce such as fruits and vegetables and meats too, to be chilled or frozen, thus prolonging its shelf life. Now, the installation and existence of the facility was made possible through the cooperation and sponsorship of the People's Republic of China. Now, Chinese Ambassador Dr. Zhang Yangshan of the People's Republic encouraged individuals to assist in the development of agriculture. Just a little soft news for you as well. Grenada defeated Dominica in their last game against them. We're talking about the Windward Islands on the 15 cricket games. The Spice Boys stayed ahead by 60 runs and made its 4 wins in as many matches. You understand? So at least we are doing good out there. And when we are doing good out there, you need to know about that with regard to sports. Even if it's just the young stars, at least that's still good things for you to hear, right? Yeah, man. You understand? Grenada defeated Dominica by 60 runs, you know. All right, it's the Winlot Inc. Windward Islands tournament. So we're looking pretty. All right. Now we are moving on. Anderson Peters is in Grenada. You understand? The javelin boss is in Grenada. He had a welcome ceremony last evening. That ceremony started on the airport. So they had a nice welcome thing. Anyway, we talk about it. They talk. So there was an event, you know. So their family members, friends, and some of his past club members and so on, they were there and so on, you know what I mean? And then they had like a thing there, and then they took a motorcade up to Las Vegas. You understand? So they had a nice little ceremony happening in Las Vegas as well, where several announcements was made. Among them, the revelation that Anderson Peters would receive a parcel of land. So he gained land too. Land and a bit of money and thing for his studies, I think it is, towards his studies. But we have more on that a little later. We don't double talking. We have more on that on the national report a little later on. We'll talk about Anderson more. You understand? Although I think we could have more people. Grenadans jail now. But anyway, he had a little business and stuff like that. There are speeches and so on. He coached game thing too, you know. Yeah, he coached game thing too. You know, so all here, we're pretty. You know what I mean? So big up to Anderson Peters and everybody else who are part of the man journey. Big up Kira, the spokesgirl. The spokesperson, Kira, you're telling me. Anyway, we're moving. All here. Yeah, so we have more on Anderson in the national report. Million news now. I should have a special intro. You understand? For when I'm doing million news. You understand? I will separate I'll classify the news. You know what I mean? Soft news, hard news, million news. Yeah, bacchanal news. All yeah. So like the bacchanal news right now. Now let get serious with that one. So we are understanding that Claudette Joseph, who serves as the PRO of the National Democratic Congress, has been served. And when we say she has been served, we're talking about the papers by a lawyer representing the Prime Minister. It claims that she would have defamed the Prime Minister in certain statements that were made with regard to the shrimp farm on a recently held press conference by the same National Democratic Congress. You know what I mean? So yeah, Papa. The Prime Minister is claiming that she would have, diminished or hurt his character, his reputation, in fact, not character, reputation, with some of the statements that were made. You understand? Today, Claudette Joseph announced to the public that she was served. She said, "Dear friends, regarding the pre-action protocol served on me on Friday last by counsel for Keith C. Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada, I have retained counsel." You understand? Yeah, she gets you on. She's a lawyer by profession. I wonder if she can represent herself. If I was a lawyer, I represent myself, yo. Yeah, I mean. Anyway, she said she have retained counsel who is to serve Dr. Mitchell's lawyer with a reply by close of business today. They have also said that they will be hosting a press conference tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Justice Chambers, Church Street. You know, ting. I guess what it will be to talk about the same business. You understand? No, yeah, they say something about $350,000 in compensation. Something so I hear. A lot of money, boy. Wow. You know what I mean? So let's see how over. It was only a few days ago, the said Claudette Joseph put out on social media an invitation to media personnel who wish to seek some sort of legal advice on statements that they make and so on, to feel free to talk to her about it, because, you know, they understand that sometimes media people are not lawyers and there might be some things that they are not sure about and they want a little guidance on it. As it pertains to law, feel free to check her. Well, Claudette, I want to check you. Yeah, I mean, because you think I want to know, because I think I have to say on the program. Yeah, I mean, so I'll check your hair. And she said she will be providing that service for free. Yeah, Claudette, check me home now. Let me talk now. You have a few things I want to say. I mean, I never hear that yet. So, Olia, hey boy. So, Claudette get later. Alright. So, that's serious business in my Mikey, but that's serious peace. Anyway, lady that bad. Yeah, good looking child too, you know. Lady that dog there. Lady that dog there. Alright, we're moving on. Olia. More news in our little. How are we looking for time? According to the new today, a 43. Hold on, let me get a picture. Let me get a picture for you. Don't play all the thing, you know. Don't play all the wrenching on me. Let me read the thing. A 43-year-old farmer. Or somebody say Mikey's a total. Anyway, let me that talk. A 43-year-old farmer of Woodland, St. George, was on Tuesday remanded to the Richmond Hill prison on 87 sex-related charges in connection with allegations brought against him by a young female. You knew today that where we get it from. I tell you, this is news discussed, not told. Understands that the alleged perpetrator, identified as Jonathan, was picked up by police last week Friday and slapped with 81 charges of rape and 6 additional charges of defilement of a female. According to a well-placed source, police investigators have been operating on information that the incident happened over a period of several years while the victim, who is now of age to give consent, was still a minor, with the majority of offenses reportedly occurring at locations in the home village of the accused. You know? You understand? That's the business. Yeah, son, that is business. You know? 87 and a small man. I never hear that yet. Anyway, lady that talk. 87 and a dog. Yeah? Ah, boy. So lately that piece, you know what I mean? Said that the media was not allowed in court during Tuesday's proceedings due to the sensitive nature of the allegations. However, it is understood that the prosecution team led by Corporal of Police 147 Kerry Swan informed Magistrate St. Louis that the police had not yet concluded its investigation into the alleged incidents and request more time to prepare its formal objection to bail for the accused. The court took a decision to adjourn the matter. Alright? Listen. Bah! Anyway, lately that piece, it's an allegation. Let wait until let the court do its work. You understand? Let the matter go to the process. See what's going on. You understand? And things like that. You hear me? We got a call from an anonymous source about a week ago relating to the same matter. You understand? Anyway, let that talk. We're going. How are you looking for time? I'll leave that talk already because what's saying is, you know what I mean? That doesn't raise your blood pressure. Blood pressure I can't raise before Christmas. You understand? But what? I thought, you know, them things no longer, you know, because the Commissioner of Police in a recent press conference said that, you know, when it comes to sexual, we are on a decline in terms of reported cases, so that's pretty. But still, boy, what? Richmond Hill, the other man was talking about Richmond Hill, they say, boy, Grenada have the prison located at prime real estate, and they say, watch now. And then they call it Richmond Hill. Yeah, everybody want to go Richmond Hill. When we thinking nobody should want to, but yeah, it seems like Richmond Hill. You know what I mean? Oh boy. Between you and you as a human being, I'm so old for that, but I find it hard to go below 18 now. You know what I mean? I find it hard to go below 18. What I'm saying is, I don't try to offend nobody and on the program, you know what I mean? I don't try to offend nobody, But big man is big man, dog. What can you find out of as an adult now, from a 17-year-old, as a big man talk? You know what I mean? Once you pass 25, 30 going on there, why are you getting out of a 16-year-old or 17-year-old? Why are you hiding that? I don't disrespect nobody. I'm just saying that. Because this whole intercourse business, this is wonderful. God created that business. You know what I mean? It's not like plain steel pan. And it's not like juvie and throwing all on the skin. This is something that's intimate, that should involve mind, body, and soul, dog. So how does a man enjoy them kind of business from someone who is not physically and mentally mature? How? What ain't that for you? I'm serious about that, dog. You know what I mean? If you're not physically and mentally mature for that kind of business, why ain't that for you? If your partner is not mature, it's like you ever try to eat a rock fig? A green rock fig to be size. It is not ready for eating until it is ripe. And if you try to do so before the time is right, it stick up in the mud, you can't eat that. Because it's not ready. You understand? A rock fig is not just a rock fig. It has to be ripe for consumption. It has to be matured to that point for consumption. You understand? Lead that talk. Moving again. Never hear that yet. So we're going. Grenadians. Among thousands deported from the United States in 2019. We don't have the highest number, but we're there on the statistics. St. Lucia St. Lucia and them kind of thing in like within the region. They have St. Lucia 22. We don't have much. Well, we'll come to that. St. Lucia had 22. The total number 5,379 Caribbean nationals deported from the United States for the fiscal year 2019, according to statistics. You understand? Yeah. The data shows that 22 St. Lucians were deported from the US in 2019. The Dominican Republic took the cake in terms of the highest number of nationals deported, 2,186 from the DR. Then we have Cuba, 1,179 nationals deported from there. Jamaica, 751 deported from the US. And then Haiti, 690. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 19. Dominica, 16. Grenada, 13. That includes the person you know. St. Kitts and Nevis, 11. And Anguilla, 2. Let me ask all of something. What's so nice in every place for them to disrespect all the presidents like that and then want to have to deport all of them? What I'm saying is, don't ever make it reach that level, Dread. I was talk about it every time, and I was getting emotional on the program. Whenever we get to that kind of statistics and them kind of business, because Grenada nice dog, and the Caribbean nicer than anywhere else that you could go. So don't make the man treat you no kind of way. You understand? Don't make the man treat you no kind of way, dog. You understand? Show them that you value your country. I remember a time I go to England. I go to England, I think, and they come and play, they come and give me a kind of interview. Like if you know what I mean? Yeah, like if I'm going for a walk. You know what I mean? And I tell them people straight up, you know. I ain't making it up, people. I tell them people straight up. Me don't really care. Is that I Hold on, we're back. Sorry for that, right? So the situation in St. Lucia, we're going to talk to you about that. But before we go to the situation in St. Lucia, sorry for the little audio glitch, we want to talk about Grenada. Folks, we have had quite a bit of crashes for this weekend. Accidents and things for the weekend. What caused it? We don't know, boy. But there were quite a few. In some cases, injuries sustained. I remember in one such cases, there was a crash in the Montgrush area. You understand? And the occupants of this vehicle or this accident, one in fact, was putting the blame solely on the people who use the road all the time with the big trucks, you know, because all these heavy duty trucks coming down from there, and they're saying that it creates a hazard for drivers, and so they are blaming the, you know, all that and the lack of repairs on that road for the accidents. Though no one was seriously hurt, but there were some injuries that were sustained from that particular incident. You understand? So, Papa, man say they were really irate that that incident could have been avoided only if the roads were properly cared for. You understand? Listen, there were accidents everywhere. I don't know what was it about this weekend, but yeah, boy, we had a couple. Folks, we are moving on. I want to talk about St. Lucia when I come back. What happens to St. Lucia? What happened? They say robberies and things like that. And they are getting fed up and asking young people to get a job and stop trying to get by the easy way of robbing people of their belongings. We'll be back.
This is Sweet Santa Claus, or he's a strange man from a mysterious land who's looking to sneak into our home. To smuggle dubious packages after gathering information about us, he breaks into our property while we sleep. And what do? Welcome him. Because it doesn't matter how different we may see, if we simply choose to see the good in other people.
Oh, ho, ho! Exploration Promotions presents Children's Christmas in Wonderland, Saturday, 21st December 2019, from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Montrouge Plainfield in Grandance will be transformed. Come meet me, Santa, at Santa's Playhouse. From Martinique, meet Cuckoff the Clown and aerialist acrobat Leonore Lopez. So kids, do you believe in magic? Meet Juster, the magician, all the way from Trinidad. Live performance by Rooney J, along with other top soca artists. Face painting, bouncing castles, Santa's Playhouse, and many more. And the kids get free toys from Santa, free balloon sculptures from Cookoff the Clown, and fire dancing from the aerialist. This is sponsored by Boss FM, Rebelicious Burger, Blue Bubbles Pier Rentals, and Event Supplies Company, Grenada Broadcasting Network, and Real Value IGA Supermarket.
This holiday season, it's the perfect time of the year to spend with the ones you love and show them exactly how you feel. Making the most of the season. So where do you find all you need to make this season the best one ever? It's Quartz, actually. Bringing value home.
Introducing the Spice Isle Jewelry Grand Christmas Sale. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry above $115. Visit us to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Repair service second to none. Best value for scrap gold. At Spice Isle Jewelry, there's jewelry for everyone, so shop and save today. Treat yourself or someone you love this Christmas with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry, serving you since 1986. Located on Grenville Street, St. George's, call 440-3155 or 415-3155 and shop number 19, Spiceland Mall, Grandance, call 440-6648 or 537-7801. Sale ends December 31st.
Are you looking for generators to rent? Then call Waggy Generator Rentals. We rent a wide range of generators: 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, also 20,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, and 150,000. We are located in building number 6, Frequente Industrial Park, Grand Anse, St. George. Or give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Waggy Generator Rentals. We are Grenada's standby power people.
You, yes, you. We welcome you to a new era. Genesis, Genesis, Genesis. 31st December 2019, All Year's Night, featuring the headline band from Antigua, the original Burning Flames.
I command you to jump, 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 jump.
Burning Flames. Burning Flames, plus more, live at the Spice Basket Courtyard. Get your early bird tickets, 80 EC. Couples early bird tickets, 150 EC. Online at gotofab.com and your regular ticket outlets for a new era. Genesis, Genesis. You, yes, you.
Yes, hi, folks. So we would like to officially welcome you back to the program. And yes, boy, the next thing that we want to tell Ole about, boy, we are heading over to St. Lucia, where the authorities there have their work cut out for them because you have a lot of young people, or people in general, I don't want to narrow it down to young people, who just doesn't want to work. Here's a report on this.
Our interviewee is not only a patron of the bar, but he is one of the many young men from the Lower Lapante community who regularly assist the elderly bar owners with daily chores and other small tasks. And Wednesday night's armed robbery by masked young men has riled him up.
All now, so people are hurt. The two elderlies are hurt. I mean, they're traumatized. I mean, guns were at their faces, knives were at their throats, demanding monies. I mean, it's unbelievable. I have a message to these robbers. What if your mother went through this thing? What if your grandmothers went through this thing? I mean, come on. Let's stop these things. I mean, there's no one to be blamed. No politician to be blamed. But let's stop these things, man. As young people, we can do something better than just robbing people and robbing innocent people, robbing poor people, robbing the elders. We need to stop this in St. Lucia. I'm pleading to the youth to stop these kinds of activities.
The bar has been in existence long before the young man was born.
I mean, that should be an establishment with respect within the community. Long-standing establishment, I mean, it's run by Mr. Komba, an elder, respectable elder man, and it's just heart aching to see he going through this scenario here. I mean, unbelievable, man. Spend a lot of time here with them, ensure that they always they get what they need, ensure that everything is okay with them, because they are very ill, and not just me. I mean, most of the guys around the community assist them. It's just unfortunate that they were just teens at that time, and when the situation arose.
Police are actively investigating the incident. Miguel Favre, NBC Prime.
Thank you very much, Miguel. And of course, we want to continue on our program for tonight. And folks, the next thing that we want to feature, not yet, I have her to feature, I think it's tomorrow, but tonight I want to feature for just a minute or so. We've been having some issues with the video clip. I hope it plays now. La Lisa and Tamara, Saint Bernard, they and the crew, they have this band named Apollo Band, and last night they performed at the Christmas in the Gardens event. And listen, they are very good at what they do. All right, so yes, we are having some difficulties with the audio of this, but I'm going to get it sorted out, and tomorrow, God's willing, I'm looking forward to featuring this piece. And then, of course, as well, we have another young, very good entertainer, Sonika Maki, who also performed. Grenada has a real talent. You understand? And I think it's up to us to make it thrive. If we don't support our local, then, I mean, I don't know, man, but we have to support our local entertainers. Seriously. All right, guys? Okay, folks, what we're going to do right now is taking the national report, and when we come back, we'll have the weather for you.
High Commissioner Designate says more benefits are in store for Grenada as relationships are improved. Details of this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back with the details to the news for Monday, December 16th, 2019. I am Sherry Ann Noel. The Indian High Commissioner Designate to Grenada, His Excellency Arun Kumar Sahu, on Monday made a courtesy call on Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell and Foreign Affairs Minister Honourable Peter David. His Excellency Sahu, in speaking with GIS, says Grenada is one of India's strongest partners in the Caribbean and there is a potential to foster greater relationship.
That is the reason that I am more interested to understand what more we can do in terms of various projects in terms of skill building, in terms of implementation of some of the information technology projects and people-to-people contact. We have also Grenada has its own history of you have spice, coke, and we are, as you know, one of the biggest spice producing countries.
There are a number of projects already implemented in Grenada with funding from India, and reference was made to the Information Technology Building Project.
Under India's economic and trade partnership agenda, and that is to skill youngsters and professionals to in information technology, and then make them more productive in the new changing information technology world. And that is one. There is a community center which is going on, which is about to be completed.
Okay.
There are some road projects which have been completed, and there are some more which we were looking at, in the process of bringing in. We are also looking at experts in civil engineering and construction who can give their expertise to help here the investors, essentially help the government functionaries to know how projects go, how civil constructions are done, what are the things that you should be mindful of when all those. So all those things are going on, and there is much more which we are discussing now.
Higher education is another area in which he believes more opportunities can be derived for Grenadians through the India-Grenada relationship.
You can do certificate, you can do undergraduate, you can do a research program, graduate course. It's up to you, but it's all
the options are there.
Okay. So I would urge actually students and professionals from Grenada to look at those things also. And besides this, of course, as you know, the iTech scholarships are already in offer, and those who have, in addition to that, those who have contacts or let's say ancestry relationship with India,
okay,
those of Indian descent,
okay,
from any line, from father's line or mother's line, all those who have ancestry relation with India, they also are eligible for something called No India program.
Moving along, Anderson Peters returned home to a fitting welcome on Sunday evening by government officials, members of the Olympic Committee, Athletics Association and family. Anderson on October 6th won the javelin, adding to the country's gold medal count at the World Championships. Anderson is a junior at the Mississippi State. Winning throw was 86.89 meters as he added another title to the NCAA Championship crown he won in June and Pan Am Games win in August. Vice President of the Grenada Athletics Association, Aaron Moses, says the dedication and discipline and the thirst for excellence in the discipline of javelin is what contributed to his continued successes.
Anderson, you have made all Grenada proud once again. Following in the footsteps of many who have gone before you, our first world champion was Aline Francique, who won the World Indoors in 2004 and 2006. And then we had Kirani James in 2011. It seems that it's becoming a habit. And I hope that there are many more athletes in Grenada who are looking to emulate what you have done and what you have achieved.
A rather elated Minister of Sports, Senator the Honorable Nolan Cox, says Anderson's goal at Doha has lifted Grenada's profile on the world sporting calendar.
This is a very remarkable time for sports in Grenada. What has been happening over the past 2-3 years or so has really lifted Grenada's profile as a country in terms of our performance in sports. And Anderson's achievement as the world champion is another demonstration of that. And that success that we are experiencing is one as a result of collective work by all stakeholders to ensure that we get to that level. As government, I want to extend congratulations, and first maybe to say how grateful we are to the parents of Anderson.
Government, he says, will continue to invest in the youth of Grenada and work with stakeholders as 2020 is an important year on the sporting calendar for Grenada.
We have a number of persons already qualified for the Olympic Games in Tokyo, and we have 4 persons already qualified for the games, and other persons are working to ensure that they make it in. So that is important. I am seeing we have an opportunity to at least get 3 medals at the games. I think we can do it. We have to stand behind, or at least to ensure that they bring it home. So we will be counting on Kirani, Lyndon, Kurt, and of course Anderson to ensure that we give them all the support that they need to continue to lift the profile of Grenada, lift the profile of our citizens. This is a real proud moment for us.
On exiting the arrival lounge, Anderson was greeted by his fans before being driven motorcade style to his training grounds at Lasaches, where a ceremony was held. It was at that juncture that Parliamentary Representative for the constituency, Honorable Oliver Joseph, made the announcement of the gift from government to Anderson Peters and his coach, Paul Phillip.
I want to take this opportunity as I'm here to announce that the government of Grenada has decided to award, to make a contribution both to the coach, the Paul Phillip, and to Mr. Anderson Peters. For the coach, the Paul Phillip, he will be given a parcel of land in St. David's for the construction of his house. And for Mr. Anderson Peters, he will also be given a portion of land in St. David's and cash money to help him with his studies. He's meeting later on in the week, so the cash amount will be announced shortly. But I can tell you, he will be given cash, amount in cash, and a parcel of land. So Minister Beno Oswald, he will be moving back to St. David's.
St. David's Honorable Joseph says is proud of Anderson's achievements on the world stage, which is indeed a great achievement. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Did you join the public service on or after February 22nd, 1985 and have since retired? This might be important to you. Government understands that the NIS pension may be insufficient to take care of your needs. So, while it awaits the court's ruling on the matter of pension for public officers, government has taken action to protect your quality of life so that you can take care of your needs in the meantime. Persons who joined the public service on or after February 22nd, 1985 and serve continuously in an established position for a minimum 26 years and 8 months and retired at age 60 may be eligible to receive an advance payment, which when combined with NIS represents 70% of their last salary. For more information, call or visit the Pension Secretariat in the Department of Public Administration, Ministerial Complex, 440-3767.
Welcome back. Day 1 of the traffic diversion into Mount Morris went fairly okay, says Inspector Randall Batiste, officer in charge of Administration Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Traffic was diverted through Mount Morris on Monday due to a land slippage issue at a section of the Western Main Road in Molyneux that resulted in its closure from Mount Morris Junction to the concrete road at Molyneux.
Taking into consideration, it was the commencement of that diversion of traffic through Mount Morris. However, we would have had officers in our strategic areas, different areas, to ensure we had a smooth flow of traffic. But between the hours of 7:30 to about 8:30, we had a very heavy flow, and at some time we had backlogs. And what would have contributed to that two-way road at Mount Morris, there are some narrow areas. So there are some areas where traffic cannot pass on both sides at the same time. So that would have contributed to some form of congestion. But we had officers in the area who would have managed it well. And moving forward to tomorrow, please God, what will happen? We will put officers in those areas that we'll have identified as the narrow areas with handheld radios, and we'll be communicating with each other to assist and regulate the traffic in a better way.
Certain areas of the road, Inspector Batiste says, will need to have erection of guardrails and potholes patched to make it safer for both motorists and pedestrians.
We also saw some in the same area where I'm speaking of the road being narrow that needs to be patched also, which can make things more accessible for the motoring public. And there are some areas there that's kind of dangerous in terms of there is no railing or so on the side of the road. So we'll definitely need to address that area to ensure that we keep that road safe, knowing that it will be a frequently used road now. We just want to remind motorists, it is very important for us to comply with all the necessary traffic signs that's along the diversion route. And let's remember to drive within the speed limit, knowing that the road is narrow, knowing that there are some dangerous areas. It is imperative of motorists to drive within the speed limit so you can make all the necessary adjustments just in case something happens.
As a consequence of the detour, the RGPF Traffic Department says no vehicles will be permitted to park along either side of Molyneux Public Road or Jones Road. And with that story, we come to the end of the National Report for Monday, December 16, 2019. On behalf of the news production team, I am Sherry and Noel, thanking you for viewing.
All right, folks, and that's the National Report. And we would like to thank everyone else, everyone who were instrumental in the production of the National Report. All right, and of course, we will have another report for you tomorrow, God's willing. And of course, where's my phone? I needed to say big up to some people on the program. Big up to all of you who are celebrating birthdays right around the Christmas and so on, all right? It's always good to have you guys on the program, right? I didn't receive the weather with specific reference to night, all right? So I would have to take a rain check on this, on the weather, because I did not receive that information as yet. Usually it comes just around before we conclude the program, but for some reason I have not yet received that, so I apologize for that. All right, and let's just say thank you again to all the people who are usually tuned into the program. I'm not going to call any specific name. I'm just going to say to everybody on the program, thank you for watching. And we look forward to another interesting program tomorrow, God's willing, here on Mikey Live. I want you to visit our website, that's MikeyLive.com, for the stories that you heard on the program and others. All right? And of course, if you see something happening in the area, feel free to at least let us know about it. Yes? So that we can share with the general public. We are looking into a story from the Mungay Mental Institution. And as soon as we are ready with the information, we'll be sharing that with you, possibly tomorrow, God's willing. We just like to let you know some of the things that we are working on. And there's the retired persons. They're going to be doing, I think it's a charity event tomorrow, God's willing, where they'll be giving donations or so. We're going to try to see if we can get some information on that as well to share with you. So until tomorrow, God's willing, God bless you and your family. Let's do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we all say, Ja! No! Goodbye, everyone.